Hello everyone, we are from Group 4 Cross-Cultural Management Class B, are going to present our paper titled Comparison of the Relationship Between Culture and Leadership Style of South Korea and Canada. Next, culture is something that cannot be taken from a country. Culture is very influential on how the leadership style in the country is. In this paper, it discusses the culture and leadership styles of South Korea and Canada. The two countries are different and are quite far apart from the culture and leadership style of each country, so that this is very unique for us to discuss and increase our knowledge and insight. Next, what is culture? Culture comes from the Sanskrit language, namely budaya. Culture defined as things related to human mind and reason. So culture refers to various aspects of life, including ways of behaving, beliefs, attitude, and resulting from human activities unique to a particular society or population group. Next, South Korean culture. South Korea supports freedom of religion, but Confucianism, Buddhism, and Christianity are the main formal religions. Traditional Korean clothing is called hanbok. Korean people dress according to their social status, so clothing is important. In the culinary, Korean culinary forms are influenced by their agricultural culture. Korean cuisine is mostly made from the fermentation. One of the example is kimchi and doenjang.
Next, I will explain the culture of Canada. As we know, Canada is the second largest country in the world, stretching from the border of the United States of America in the south of the Arctic Circle in the north. Canada has European roots, and its proximity to the United States has resulted in a mixed tradition of several cultures. Canadians are known as polite, wise, and peace-loving people in the world. Canada is the first country in the world to adopt multiculturalism as an official policy. Some of the unique traditions in Canada, such as Halloween and Thanksgiving. And next, there is a cultural comparison between South Korea and Canada. First, for South Korea culture, influence from the state of ancient China, South Korea supports freedom of religion, believe in ancestral spirits, and they believe that there is reincarnation. New Year's and Chuseok are celebrated around the sublime and country. And for Canada culture, multiculturalism is high in the world. It has no official religion and also supports religious pluralism. And Canada has Thanksgiving, which is celebrated annually. And next, I will explain the definition of leadership style. According to Robert, leadership style is how a leader performs his leadership function and how he is seen by those who are trying to lead or those who may be observing from outside. And there are several types of leadership style. First, autocratic leadership, militaristic leadership, paternalistic leadership, charismatic leadership, and democratic leadership.
Next is comparison of leadership style between South Korea and Canada. South Korea and Canada have a very different leadership style, and this can be also a clear example of cultural difference. South Korea has a paternalistic leadership style, where the highest power is in the hands of superiors, so that subordinates must follow the superior's direction. This leadership style results in a highest power distance between superiors and subordinates. The leadership style of South Korea has a paternalistic leadership style, where the highest power is in the hand of superiors. This leadership style results a highest power distance between superior and subordinates. Canada democratic leadership style, where superior makes decision taking from their subordinates' suggestion. Each particular community group will have a different way of living its life with other group of people. The way of groups living their life can be defined as the culture of that society. One classic definition of culture follows: culture is a set of behavior patterns that are socially transmitted symbolically through language and other way to members of a particular society. From Wollendorf and Relief in Mowen, 1995.
As you can see in the picture above, that Canada's leadership values are like this. The first is a charismatic level, indicating that they have the ability to motivate other people to get higher results and can somewhat affect company performance. The next is the level of cooperation of those who can work a little in groups. Then the next level of participation, where Canada people will usually make decisions together. The next is the human-oriented level, which has little effect on the performance of Canadians. Then next is the autonomous level, where Canadians are at the somewhat inhibited level when working in individualist situation. Then the last one is the self-protection level, where Canadians will be somewhat disturbed if there is a level of status in work. And this is a value of South Korean leadership in a graph, whose charismatic level is similar to the Canadian leadership style, and also the level of cooperation that is arguably similar. However, the level of participation of South Koreans can be seen as lower than Canadians, as well as the level of human-oriented. Then the next is the autonomous level, where the South Korean people are like at somewhat inhibited level, but they are indifferent to working in individualistic situation. Then the last one is the self-protection level, where the Korean people don't like about the status of their work. So our conclusion is that the cultures of South Korea and Canada are very different, and this is what makes the difference in their leadership style. And for our suggestion is that we take good things from the leadership style for each country. And this is our source in finding the data we get. That's all from us. I apologize if there are any wrong words or things that are not pleasing to us. Hopefully the result of our presentation can add insight to the audience. Thanks.